So in this video, I'm going to explain what the purpose of Challenge 50 actually is and how we are going to complete these tasks over the coming weeks. So Challenge 50 is a unit of work in the Design and Technology department where we will learn the names of 10 tools or machines each week for 5 weeks. Each week you'll get a chance to test yourself on what you've remembered with a small practice test on the department website. And at the end of the week, you'll complete the assignment on Teams to prove that you have learned the names of the 10 tools or machines for that week. Why are we doing Challenge 50? What's the purpose of this? What are our learning intentions for Challenge 50? We want you to be able to recognise the tools when you see them in the workshop. This will help you to collect the correct tool when the teacher asks you to do so. You'll begin to understand what they're used for, although that's not as important as learning their names this time round. In S2, we'll have more of a focus on what they're used for, but in S1 Challenge 50, the main focus of the task is to remember the names of the tools. We're going to begin with practicing just simple revision techniques, so Challenge 50 is good for that as well. And overall, this unit of work will help prepare you for S2 and beyond, particularly if you want to pick the craft option in S3, or if you're looking to go into design and manufacture or practical woodwork in S4. So, how will Challenge 50 actually work? Every week, a new video and PowerPoint will be posted in the general channel of your S1 Design and Technology team. So you can see the example here on the screen. Okay, so we're looking in the general channel. Within the general channel, it will look something like this. You can see the week that we're looking at, and attached below is the video for week 1. So in this case, it's tools 1 to 10, and we have the PowerPoint. So in the video, it will be similar to the video you're watching currently, where I will speak over and discuss the names of the 10 tools. However, if you'd rather watch it without the voiceover, you have access to the original PowerPoint as well. So whether you choose to watch the video or to use the PowerPoint, what you see will be the exact same. And there's an example given here on the screen. You'll be shown an image of 10 tools and the name for that tool. So in this example here, we can see that tool number 1 is the G clamp, and we can see a picture of the G clamp. So each week, you'll be given the video or the PowerPoint, which will show you 10 different images and will give you the names for those 10 tools. And your task is to memorize the names of those tools. You have to look at the picture and try to remember the name of that tool when you're presented with that picture again in the future. Now you can try some of the revision techniques that will be described in the BBC Bite Size video, and the link to that video will be posted on Teams. One way to help yourself revise is to try and use flashcards. So there's an example given here for tools 1 to 10. The flashcard template will be made available on Teams. You'll be able to download that and print that at home if you have a printer. Once you've printed it out, simply cut the cards up, write the name of the tools on the back, and use that to help you with your revision. If you don't have a printer, you can try to make your own by taking a sheet of paper, splitting it into 10 boxes, giving a quick sketch of the tools, and then writing their names on the back. Underneath these videos and PowerPoints, it will be a link to the practice task on the department website. So once you've studied the names of the 10 tools that you've learned for that week, you can test yourself by completing the practice task, which you'll find linked underneath the video and PowerPoint. So when you try the practice task, which will be linked on Teams, and when you try the final task, which you'll find in the assignments on Teams, it will look very similar. What you'll be shown is the 10 images of the tools that you've learned that week. They will be presented to you in a random order, and you'll be asked to enter the name of the tool that you're shown into the text box below. And as expected, when you try these tasks, that you don't have your study materials to hand. This is supposed to be a test of your memory, so we'd like you to not have your flashcards out and to not have the video or the PowerPoint open at the same time. We'd like you to try this task without your study materials to really test your memory to see if you've remembered the names of the 10 tools for that week. When you're happy that you have learned the names of the 10 tools for that week, you can move into the assignments and home learning channel of your S1 Design and Technology team. So you'll be able to find it down the side here. If you're using the PC, it does look slightly different on your mobile device. Within that channel, you'll then see the assignment posted in the feed. So you can see this one here is task 1 for tools 1 to 10, and you'll be able to click on View Assignment. When you do so, you'll be presented with a full assignment with a description of what you're being expected to do, which ultimately means clicking on this button here, the one with the green F, which will open up the form, which will be very similar to the practice assignment you completed on the website, where you'll be asked to name the 10 tools. So in each task, you'll be shown the picture and you'll be asked to name the tool. As you can see here, it will be marked automatically on the computer, so you get your results instantly once you hit submit at the bottom of the form. It will be marked incorrect if you misspell it, but don't worry too much about that because your teacher will go back through it and will correct it. So if you gave the correct answer but your spelling was wrong, you will be awarded the mark by your teacher. At the end of each week, you should have learned the names of 10 tools. That is our success criteria for this unit of work. So each week you will learn 10 tool names. After the 5 weeks, you'll be able to recall 50 tools and machines in total. So 10 each week for 5 weeks. You're going to start to understand what these tools are used for. Even if you haven't actually used them in the workshop yet, you're going to begin to get an understanding of what these are used for. But as I said previously, the main purpose of this unit of work is just to learn their names. We'll be doing that 10 tools at a time for a total of 50. So some final quick tips for you. Study them properly, okay? So use the video, use the PowerPoint to go over, look at the picture, look at the name, and really try to remember the name of each tool. Some of them will be easier because you will have used them in the workshop. Some of them will be more challenging because you won't have used them before. So it's important that you take the time to study the names of these tools properly. That's what the practice test is there for. Use the practice test to your advantage. Take part in that before attempting the final task. So don't rush into this. This will all go live on the Monday of each week, but we'd expect you to take a couple of days to properly study the tool names before attempting the final task on Teams. You can ask questions in the question space channel on Teams, which your classmates or your teacher will help you in. There's a dedicated time each week where your teacher will be actively posting in these channels and responding to your questions. So if you've got any questions about the work that's been set, post them into the question space channel. All that's left for me to say is try your best and good luck.